Hey friends, how you doing? This is Joe from Swing This Kettlebell and Strength and Kettlebell Only Muscle Gain. Now the other day I shared a short and I promised you I would talk about this book right here, which is one of the most important aspects of my training that I've used since 2005. When I first started training people a lot professionally, this is one of those books that helped me get through a certain shoulder injury that I had. It's my infraspinatus, one of the rotator cuff muscles. Anyway, I had some massage therapy appointments, and then I found this book right here, the Trigger Point Therapy Workbook. It taught me so much about my body, musculature, tension, things, referred pain, stuff like that. So the biggest thing I spent $20 and I just studied this book and studied. So looking at biomechanics, looking at anatomy and all that. And biggest thing, I'm going to show you how this book works. And then I'm going to show you why I say train hard but recover harder. If you know me, I spend more time working on recovery and using tissue self-massage therapy tools more than anything, possibly more than anybody that I know. So a lot of people think that I just train a lot. It's not that. I train hard, but then I recover, make sure that I'm recovering from that session. Every day I do something that's based out of certain books like this, or certain things like the Ready State or Kabuki Strength, certain things like that. So anyway, recover hard. That's my mantra. So I'm gonna flip this camera around and I'm gonna show you a small bit of tools that I use from the very basic to the super advanced. All right, so here it comes. All right, so there's a couple things, just a few books that I use, and then also this bag, this giant duffel bag full of stuff. And I'm going to tell you what's in that, what I pulled out of that bag in just a minute. But first of all these books, these are great ones. I really like that Anatomy of Hatha Yoga. Trigger Point Self-Care Manual is cool. Anatomy Trains a little deep with Thomas Myers. You want to find Jill Miller's The Role Model book, maybe The Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. But this one right here, this is the one that started me on the path. What it is, it tells you a whole lot about fixing issues that you may have in certain muscles. Okay, so we're going to open this up and it's going to tell you about how to use stuff, different tools, muscles, and referred pain. All right, so the more you read about this, like, oh, my shoulder hurts, my serratus posterior hurts, and where's the pain getting felt? Okay, so here's what's causing it. Trigger point. Here's where the referred pain is. So the more that you read about that, the more that you'll understand. Anyway, there's apps, there's all sorts of stuff to find that'll teach you a little bit more about how to fix yourself and how to train hard and recover harder. Anyway, so let's go back to this bag. Now, there's simple things that I pulled out of here, and I'm just gonna bring a big shot and show you what I have. A small amount of stuff, but these things all, with the exception of that roller right there, fit into that duffel bag right over here. Okay, so I pulled out some stuff. Every one of these tools can help you, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite and why. All right, number one, like there's a foam roller, cool. It's a vibrating foam roller, cool. It's interesting. I really like it. There's other stuff for percussive things like that Hyper Ice massage gun, very similar, the Trigger Point vibe. Now, we go over here, one of the most important things, other than a roller, for targeted point, this rad roller, another rad roller we call Peanuts, the Alpha Ball my dog got it, of course, that's where you can't let him have it, the Alpha Ball by Jill Miller and Yoga Tune-Up. Okay, so we're going to go over here. These are the ones that I would recommend everyone get. Rad roller rounds, okay? They're not hard. They're not soft. They're just right. They're silicone. This is another rad roller, the Atom. It's hard. But let's go over here. So the AccuMobility. So once again, I love this. You're going to put it on a place and it's not going to go anywhere. So you can do all sorts of stuff with that. These can go against the walls. You can stay on the floor, then go behind a chair that you're sitting in. Now let's go over here. We're gonna go a little bit more. Here's a roller that you can use on a different person or yourself, or create other tools. All right, so this is a rad roller, the Atom and the rad rod. This is great. You can put this underneath your back and you can apply leverage, different things. Here's a so-right. So-right works very good. I use it for more than my psoas, and here's a small version of it. But anyway, one of these is not like the other. The koosh ball, that's just for fun. I love these things. Anyway, back to another. A trigger point, that's a bigger one, bigger version of the peanut, stuff like that. This is a chirp wheel. People use that as a yoga wheel, thing like that. I like those, but not as much as other thing. Now, this is incredibly good. The Coregeous ball, this is great for massaging your abdomen, softer areas of the body. From Yoga Tune-Up Jill Miller, I lay on that, work my abs, QL, all sorts of stuff. Most important thing for your grip right here, the arm aid. This is a newer version. I've had one since 2012. You absolutely need one. Now, let's go a little bit more advanced. For some people have a hard time, there's flossing from Kabuki Strength and Rogue and the Ready State. Now, if you have a hard time getting up and down from the floor to use a foam roller or something, right here, the mobility wall, that can go in your door, okay? You put that at a different level. There's different attachments you can put on. That thing's great for people that have hard time getting up and down that still want to work on massage. Now, here's another one. More in depth, kind of like the, let's see, the gua sha and different stuff that you can use. Forearms, arms, hands, legs. This is cool, a mobility star, but I love body tempering. I'm not even going to get into that a lot because not many people are using it. But right here, this is a small body tempering tool. It is a 6 or 7 pound tool from Kabuki Strength that instead of putting this and putting pressure down onto this, you're allowing this to do the pressure, say on your forearm or your hand or your leg or your foot, or smaller areas that you don't want to really push pressure. You're letting the weight do the work. I love this for my forearms, for my hands, for feet, around the knees, different areas. And even more specialized stuff, a foot roller from Trigger Point Therapy. It's great. Leave it under your desk. Work out, use it. A back device for stretching. There are so many tools. This was just stuff that was in my bag that I keep. And I use them every single week, every single day. But that's the thing. This book and these books over here, this one, the Trigger Point Therapy Manual, it shows you what to do. So then when you use a therapist that can help you and show you different spots, you can do the homework. All this stuff is just homework, okay? So whether you go full send and have a bunch of these things, but like I said, this has been over the last 10 or so years, and I have even more. I have stuff everywhere. I test all of these products, and I tell you which ones are great and which ones are so-so. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out some of the stuff. Check out some of the books and the websites. Check out Ready State and stuff like that to learn how to Kabuki Strength and Yoga Tune-Up to learn how to use these tools. All right? So toss them in your bag and get to work on recovering hard. Joe from KBOMG, see ya.